2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everybody, to the NBA on 2K Sports. The postseason contenders have really started to separate themselves at this point in the season. To break it all down, we've got Shaquille O'Neal.
Bye, Ernie. All right, it's kind of an important game for both teams. Bulls are still in playoff hunt. It's 7-1. One game on
from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. With Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will join us from the sideline. And the Bulls looking for a positive start here on their road trip.
A loss.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Evan Fournier. Jokic is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's McCollum in at the 5. Jokic, no good. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seemed to go in opposite directions. And unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that equation. First points of the night, and here we go.
Well, great start to this one, setting the tone right away with that bucket.
Cullen passes to Jokic. Back to McCollum from outside the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. McCollum's got his first 3 points of the game. And coming up right around the corner of the All-Star break, Doris, the teams that are now firing on all cylinders, how do they maintain their momentum even with this time off? I would think that would be disruptive.
Yeah, sure. I think obviously when you're rolling, you think the last thing you want to have is a break.
Sure.
But the reality is oftentimes, Kev, these guys are so professional. What has gone into the run in the first half of the season will continue because, one, they're committed. They work hard. Their work habits are established. We talk about building championship habits day by day. Most of the best teams have that in place.
I agree. Here's McCollum following the basket by Anthony Davis. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Davis with a screen on McCollum. And Baines kicks to Davis. The kick out to Dragic. Unloads from 13. They get it back. And again, it's Anthony Davis. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's the screen. McCollum kicks to Fournier. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
You wonder if they're looking to take control of this one early. And when you have more talent, you want to keep the other guys from gaining any confidence.
Shot clock at 2. Ingram. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Not much else the D can do besides get a hand up. I mean, Ingram is just one of those guys who makes contested shots consistently.
Now, here's Fournier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for so long, the Bulls really were synonymous with the best defensive teams in the league. But as a team, they've started to slip the last few years. It's something that has been lost while this team kind of retools for the future.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it used to be you could pencil in the Bulls as a top 10 defensive team by most metrics in any given year. But, Greg, the last few seasons, they've just been middle of the pack.
And, you know, over the history of this team, they've always been at their best when they played great defense. You go back to those Jordan years where they were marked by exceptional defense. This last group, led by Derrick Rose, similarly built on a defensive-minded philosophy. Let's just see if they get back to their roots with this new push.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Dragic kicks to Ingram. There's a screen. The pass to Davis. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
I mean, you have to question their effort, Greg. They did a great job at penetrating and kicking out. The defense...
And still a close... And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago. Chicago leading. And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, Dragic is out there with Batum. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. Over in the corner, Batum. Here's Davis. Poked loose and stolen by Fournier. Feeds it to Dedmon. Dishes it to Covington. Here's the screen. 6 to shoot. And it's McCollum off the drive. Picked off in midair. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
Jokic against Davis, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Cullen passes to Jokic. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Good on the shot. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. They set the screen. Jokic a screen. Bulls moving the ball around. Covington kicks to Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. Covington setting the pick for Jokic. Fournier's shot is off. Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Dragic dishes to Ingram. Over in the corner, Batum. And that one comes up a bit short.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity. Boy, that's a decisive move to the cup. He gives the defense no chance to react. It's so fascinating to look back on Thunder history because 3 current players who are dominating the league were together on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Harden, Durant, and Westbrook. In retrospect, the talent level on that team was unreal.
Jokic a screen. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Jokic has got his first points of the night. Dragic the pass to Davis. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Ingram missing. And going back to the Thunder teams with the big 3 of Harden, Durant, and Westbrook, endures some bad luck with the Thunder during those seasons.
Well, first and foremost, they ran into a great Miami team in the NBA Finals. Then after Harden left, injuries to both Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook hampered their opportunities. Still, you think back, and if you're an Oklahoma City fan, you can marvel at the collection of talent you once had.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime
The first
Show.
half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find. And that will wrap.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. CJ. And Chicago has possession. The lead is 2. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Robert Covington. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Jokic. Then there's McCollum. And it's Fournier in at the 2. Dragic gets the bucket. Dragic has got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Thunder. Doris, we're always talking about players developing their skill sets. What do you think is the hardest skill to develop as a broadcaster?
I think for me, the hardest skill to learn was to learn how to relax, to have fun, to not be anything but your most authentic self, because I think the viewer picks up on it. If you're forcing things, if you're trying to be another broadcaster that perhaps you like to emulate. So I'd say that was the hardest thing.
I always say broadcasting a basketball game is like a running conversation between two people, because there's so much scoring and the rhythm and the flow of the game just lend itself to it.
At its best, you're 100% correct.
For the lead, it's hauled in by the Bulls. Dedmon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. McCollum kicks to Jokic. Fournier against Davis. Now here's Covington. D right on him. Comes up empty down low.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
That gives them the lead. Batum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder. Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Fournier. Dedmon. Count it.
Well, after missing their first 3 shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Dragic with it. Now defended by McCollum. Off the pick. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. 6 points for Goran Dragic.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Used the screen to free himself up and drilled the jump shot.
And Fournier kicks to McCollum. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Give me the hot sauce, Stacy.
McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities in their games. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And of course, Oklahoma City, 3.5 back.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they're a team searching for a way to take a leap forward this season. So far, here in the early going, that leap has not existed.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team.
The Thunder shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And typically, a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title, but this current version just can't escape turmoil from within. And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
pick. To the middle. It's deflected. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Boy, shaky work defensively, giving him that good look on the jump shot. What were they thinking?
I don't know, Doris. And Baines kicks to Dragic. Back to Baines. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Davis, and again it's Oklahoma City.
Yeah, boy, it never gets old watching this guy go to work at the offensive end. He's so gifted.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Thunder lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Thunder leading by 4. Ingram is out there with Davis. Then there's Dragic. Then there's Batum. And it's Baines in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now here's Ingram. He's guarded by Fournier. And it's Ingram missing.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Here's McCollum. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. That one on Davis.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there. But then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
And so McCollum nails both of them.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
Dragic dishes to Baines. Back to Dragic from past the arc. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Jokic. Davis with some nice D.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters shots.
And really liking the effort we see here tonight. Neither team giving much ground.
And I think, Greg, you've got to love how much effort has been exerted by both teams. What a tight ball game we've got.
To the inside. And it's Baines missing. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Over in the corner, Batum tries a 3, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night. McCollum against Dragic. Covington inside the line. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Up top, Dragic. He's guarded by McCollum. Davis, the pass to Dragic. Dedmon with the block. And he recovers it. Dragic gets the bucket. Bulls trail by 4. McCollum kicks to Dedmon. Pass to Fournier. 1:36 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Jokic. Batum grabs the miss.
Good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Dedmon kicks to Fournier. It's tipped. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Dragic dishes to Ingram. Passes it to Davis. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Chicago the other way. Fournier with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. And Fournier kicks to Jokic. Here's McCollum. And Davis sends it back. And he gets it back. Ingram wide open. How offensive rebound. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Yeah, Greg, I think it's very difficult coming back in this instance. They have owned this game. Don't see them coughing up this lead.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 9. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Deft touch on the alley-oop. And now an 11-point Oklahoma City lead.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Now here's Frazier. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.